1915. The world was trapped in the nightmare of World War I. Across Europe, thousands of soldiers lived inside muddy trenches, surrounded by rats, corpses, and constant fear. Every day meant bullets. Every night meant explosions. But on one terrifying evening, a new weapon appeared on the battlefield. Not bullets, not bombs. A giant green cloud slowly crawled toward the trenches. At first, soldiers thought it was harmless smoke, but within minutes, men began choking to death. This is the true story of the first massive gas attack in World War I. By 1915, the war had become a deadly stalemate. Massive trench lines stretched across France and Belgium for hundreds of miles. Soldiers lived in mud-filled holes for weeks at a time. The trenches smelled of wet earth, blood, smoke, and death. Diseases spread quickly. Food was limited, and enemy snipers watched every movement. Neither side could break through the front lines. So Germany decided to try something terrifying, a weapon the world had never seen before. German scientists believed poison gas could force enemy soldiers out of their trenches and create a breakthrough in the war. And in April 1915, they were ready to test it. April 22nd, 1915. Belgium. During the Second Battle of Ypres, German soldiers opened thousands of gas cylinders along the battlefield. A thick green-yellow cloud began drifting toward Allied trenches. It was chlorine gas. At first, French and Canadian troops stared in confusion. Some thought it was smoke from artillery. Then the gas reached them. Immediately, soldiers began coughing violently. Their eyes burned. Their throats closed. The chlorine reacted with moisture inside their lungs, turning into acid. Men clawed at their necks trying to breathe. Some collapsed in the mud. Others ran blindly through enemy fire just to escape the gas. Witnesses described soldiers foaming at the mouth and coughing blood. One Canadian soldier later said, "Men were dying like flies." Within minutes, entire sections of the trenches became death zones. The worst part? Most soldiers had no gas masks. Nobody was prepared for chemical warfare. In desperation, troops searched for anything that could help them breathe. Officers told soldiers to urinate on cloth and hold it over their mouths. The ammonia in urine could partially reduce the effects of chlorine gas. Imagine the scene: dark skies, explosions everywhere, men screaming in terror, and a poisonous cloud swallowing the battlefield. Yet, despite the horror, many Canadian soldiers refused to abandon their positions. Even while choking and half-blind, they continued fighting. Their resistance prevented the German army from completely breaking through the Allied lines. The gas attack shocked the world. Thousands of soldiers were killed or severely injured. Many survivors suffered permanent lung damage for the rest of their lives. After Ypres, armies rushed to develop gas masks and chemical protection equipment. But the nightmare had only begun. Soon, even deadlier gases appeared on the battlefield. Phosgene gas, mustard gas. Chemical warfare became one of the most feared parts of World War I, and soldiers now had to fear not only bullets and shells, but even the air they breathed. The gas attack at Second Battle of Ypres changed warfare forever. It proved that in war, death does not always come from bullets. Sometimes it arrives silently as a drifting green cloud. And more than 100 years later, the horror of that battlefield still haunts history. If you enjoyed this true war story, like the video and subscribe for more real stories from history, because the darkest stories of war were real.